An investigation has been going on all morning long here at the Quality Inn in Ashwaubenon into the shooting between an armed robbery suspect and an Ashwaubenon public safety officer. Nearly 100 volunteers will fill these rows and rows of empty racks. You can see all the hangers on them with thousands of winter jackets for the Coats for Kids program. You can see just all of the piles and piles of coats here. There is a thin sheet of ice on top of it like the one I have in my hand right now. Good morning. We're getting an early look this morning at some very unique artwork here, and you can see it here behind me. These are panels, nose art taken from World War II bomber aircraft. The community has organized a search for 7-year-old Liliana Badke. They're handing out these flyers with pictures of Liliana on them. Good morning. Hey, we're in the kitchen now of the Fresh Meals on Wheels of Sheboygan County. That's why I have my hairnet on, so don't laugh at me back there in the studio and at home. Let's take a walk over here, and you can see the action is getting underway. That's right, Kevin. It is still a very active investigation this morning. Take a look, and you can see, as you mentioned, Thompson Street is still blocked off. Hey guys, good morning. The goal of that skate-a-thon is to raise money to pay off this brand new Zamboni that I am standing on right now. We're here on French Street in Peshtigo, and in my hand here I have a little bit of hail that's left over from earlier this morning.
From WBAY TV, this is Action 2 News This Morning Weekend Edition. Coverage you can count on.
Well, good Saturday morning to you. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kristyn Allen in for Andrea Hay.
And I'm Jenny Curtis.
Well, it looks like summer is still lingering on, which I am loving, and there's a lot of events going on today, too. In Your Voice, Your Vote coverage this morning, Governor Scott Walker returns to Wisconsin to make his first public appearance since calling off his presidential campaign. He addressed a crowd in Beaver Dam Friday. Pope Francis leaves this morning for Philadelphia. As Jeff Alexander tells us, the city is in lockdown in preparation for the visit. New overnight, police in Green Bay are searching for a suspect after a report of a robbery early this morning. Officers responded to the Walgreens on Military Avenue. Well, the Bellin Women's Half Marathon is happening this morning, and the race is a first of its kind in Northeast Wisconsin, created to empower women. Well, hopefully maybe it can come later after the game.
Yeah, after
or just
the game.
Miss us or something.
Yeah, something, anything.
All right, Jenny, thank you. Stay with us. We'll be right back. The new video board project at the Resch Center will be completed about $200,000 under budget. It was expected to cost almost $2 million. Well, it's been almost 50 years since the Green Bay Packers claimed the very first Super Bowl title. Players from the 1967 World Championship like Willie Davis, Bob Long, Dave Robinson attended a Golden Champions breakfast yesterday morning in Milwaukee. In our weekend health notes, September is World Alzheimer's Month. The disease is the most common form of dementia in older adults.
All chance for a thunder shower coming in on Monday evening. Fingers crossed that it comes in after the midnight hour on Monday and it won't bother the Packer fans.
Yeah, no one likes to sit and watch a game through the rain or anything like that, so hopefully it just kind of misses us a little bit. All right, Jenny, thank you. Stay with us. We'll be right back after the break. All right, Jenny, thank you. Well, today is Oktoberfest in downtown Appleton. The festival is called Appleton's largest block party. Welcome back. Here's a look at the stories making headlines this morning. Pope Francis will arrive in Philadelphia today. The city is on lockdown to accommodate the large number of people. All right, well, we'll keep our fingers crossed, like you said, that kind of just goes around us and misses us. Thanks, Jenny, and thank you for joining us. Good Morning America is next. We'll be back here in about an hour. Have a great weekend. As people woke up in this neighborhood, they discovered streets filled with police officers and shocked to learn the reason the area was on lockdown.
I had to see what was going on. And as they were leaving, I ran outside to talk to one of the officers, and he said that they were looking for a bear. And at that point, my wife yelled out the front door, "There it is," going down Leo Street.
I was just like shocked. You don't see a bear running through your neighborhood every day.
Green Bay police say it all started this morning about 6 when a man alerted an officer.
Pulled up to him and said, "You may think I'm crazy, but I think I just saw a bear."
Police closed down a stretch of Shawano Avenue and Leo Street, making it a priority to get kids to school safely.
We had school resource officers out here for the children that live right in the immediate area here. They were walking the kids directly to school.
Officers worked to keep an eye on the bear and make sure it stayed in one spot. At one point, the bear was traveling back and forth between 4 different yards here on Leo Street, making it difficult for police to contain it.
All bears you have to be very careful with. And especially in this particular situation, you have to be very careful with them because you never know what they're going to do.
As crowds gather, the DNR tranquilized the bear, believed to be a male about 1 to 2 years old and around 200 pounds.
This animal didn't respond real well to the first administration, and so it was immobilized, but it wasn't out enough to be safe to handle. So we moved very slowly and methodically and gave it some more.
The bear was eventually put into a trap around noon and will be released to a new home up north. In Green Bay, Kristyn Allen, Action 2 News. When a freezer arrived at Stephanie Heyerman's door on Monday, she was quite surprised.
They're like, we have your delivery. I was like, we didn't order anything. Are you sure you have the right house?
According to a brief typed letter from an anonymous sender, it was the right house.
Stephanie, I have overheard you talking to others about your back problems and your upcoming surgery. You also mentioned how hard it was to remove items from your freezer and how you wished you had a larger upright freezer.
Stephanie is preparing for surgery in a few weeks on a bulging disc. The story starts 7 years ago when Stephanie was pregnant with her third child, Bennett. She contracted cytomegalovirus, or CMV, which causes neurological damage in babies. Bennett only had a 5% chance of surviving.
My Bennett's a miracle.
He requires 24-hour care and frequent trips to a hospital in Madison. During one of those hospital stays in 2012, Bennett had a seizure and staff woke Stephanie, who was sleeping at the time.
My back was to him, so as I rolled over, it's like my body went, but nothing inside of me went. And it was from that point on that I've had this horrible pain in my back.
A freezer might be something that a lot of us take for granted, but it means much more to Stephanie as she prepares for her surgery. It will allow her easier access and to stock a lot of frozen meals.
I've had so many people offer after surgery to help make a meal or bring things in or to be able to do, to help in some kind of way.
Stephanie says she has no idea who sent the gift.
If they don't want to be made known, that's fine. I just hope they see the story and hear me say thank you.
The letter that came with the freezer asks that Stephanie help someone else in need when she is able.
I'm going to pay it forward. I'm going to pay it forward big.
In Oconto, Kristyn Allen, Action 2 News.